Today we'll get into the cryptocurrencies, how we should invest, in what coins we should invest, and we'll talk about how the markets are reacting and all the coins, how they are going to react, and what is Bitcoin going to do, and how the price of the Bitcoin will affect all these coins. We'll discuss all this in this channel. Hi everyone, and I welcome you all to the Crypto Singh Show. My name is Gunpreet Singh and we talk about cryptocurrencies every single day. Metaverse, NFTs, you name it in the crypto industry, and we talk about it. Today we'll get into the cryptocurrencies, how we should invest, in what coins we should invest, and we'll talk about how the markets are reacting and all the coins, how they are going to react, and what is Bitcoin going to do, and how the price of the Bitcoin will affect all these coins. We'll discuss all this in this channel. Before we move on, please do like, share and subscribe. So let's get on to something interesting today. Let's get on to the entire market cap. Let's see what every coin is doing, and I'll explain you what I'm bullish on, the sectors I'm bullish on, the coins I'm bullish on, the technology I'm bullish on. So we'll get into it now. Starting from Bitcoin, the Bitcoin has reached around 22,000, and I think I was one of the probably few people who was shouting that at 17,000-18,000 that this will pump. Now people were still waiting for a kind of a price to come low and then reinvest. But I always said that I am looking at all my videos you can check out. I've been saying that 23, 25, 27,000 is what I was looking at before another crash. So I think this is more a relief rally, and then 25, 26,000 there would be again another crash, and that crash should be the bloodbath of the market, because I think people are already preparing, and people are already taking precautions for that. A lot of the YouTubers, a lot of investors are already there in stable coins. Vault has gone, Voyager is gone, USD is gone. So many of these exchanges are getting liquidated. So many of these coins would get liquidated, and I think there would be another big bloodbath coming very soon. And but saying that, why this video is important is because I personally feel that when that bloodbath comes, that's going to be the bottom. So we're almost nearing to the bottom, and let's get prepared for the bottom. Let's start investing, or be on a lookout to invest into these projects, and how we should strategize and what we should strategize. So in this video we'll tell you about everything, how it should be done, what coins to get into, what coins not to get into, and what sector I'm bullish on. So let's get going. So before that, please do like, share and subscribe. Now, as an entire market cap, let's get on to Bitcoin. So this is something that is, I've always been opening up the wrong windows, but anyways, so this is the entire market cap. Now if you see on number one, we have the we have the daddy Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin, which is the king of the cryptocurrency. Now Bitcoin is around 21,654. Now what is this? I mean, let's get into the chart. And I mean, at 69,000 we all were thinking of buying it. At 60,000 everyone was shouting buy. I mean, we're here at around say 21,600. And I mean, the big question over here is, you really need to ask yourself, do you think this market is here to stay, or do you think that this is it, this is the end of this market? And if you're watching my channel, you're watching my YouTube, I don't think you really think that this is the end of the market, or you would have not been here. So this underlying technology of blockchain is nowhere to be gone. I think this is just the starting of it. And so if the market is here, the Bitcoin is here to stay, cryptos are here to stay, then I mean, let's say we're at 21,000. So we'll very soon be coming near to soon means year and a half, something like that. and will be passing around 69,000, which was the all-time high. Now passing 69,000 would mean that you're almost going to 4x your money from here. Even if you invest today itself, you might, it's passing 69,000 means almost like 3.5, but it usually goes way higher than the last time high. That's how the charts have been, and that's how the charts will be, because eventually every cycle you'll see a new high. So the new all-time high might be somewhere around 1 lakh or 1,25,000 or 1,50,000. I don't think it's going to go higher than that. And from what I think that next bull run, you might see somewhere around 125 to 150 kind of a price range, which should be there for Bitcoin. But let's not get there. Even if we break 70,000, which is the previous all-time high, and right now we're sitting at 21,000. So we're almost doing 3.5 of 3.5x in probably 1.5 or 2 years, which is again a huge amount. So I mean, at 69,000 nobody is a buyer. At 46,000 everyone was a buyer. At 35,000 everyone was a buyer. At 42,000 everyone was buyer. At 21,000 we're still thinking, should we buy or should we not buy? Well, I'll leave this question completely on to you, whoever is watching, and because for me it's like a complete buy. But saying that, I know that there might be another crash coming in, so start DCing in. I mean, start putting in some money into it, because again these charts are probability. So that's what is that is what I would suggest. So I mean, just keep dollar cost averaging, and keep, if you don't know what dollar cost averaging is, it's just basically putting a small amount every day or every week or every month, whatever you think is right. But I would always suggest that every day is a better way to do it. So that is what dollar cost averaging is. And I mean, 21,000, even let's say we go to 15,000 or 14,000 or 10,000, the probability of it coming back to 21,000 or break even is going to be about 1 or 2 months. It's not going to be more than that. So you also have to see that for 69,000 you need to have patience, but for the money that you're investing right now, the break even will come very soon. So you're not really at a risk, but you can still wait for lower prices and get into it. But this is what why it's important for us to understand Bitcoin market, is because that's how the other markets would react. So this is what I think that the Bitcoin will do. So right now I'm looking at 25,000, 27,000, back to 14,000 after that, and then that is where I think the bottom would be, around 14, 15, 16 is where I would think the bottom would be. Getting on to the other cryptos, say Ethereum, and so the point over here would be to just invest into these top 10 or top 12, not more than that, because all the others you don't even know if they're going to be, they might not be even there in the next bull run. So saying that, it's again a probability. I mean, Terra Luna was in the top 10, but I mean it was the third number, but it's no more there. So I mean, some coins, they just go off the market and then they never come back. But saying that, I'm pretty sure Bitcoin is here to stay. Ethereum is here to stay, and Ethereum is at 1,200 now. Saying that, Ethereum's high was 4,800. So we're almost looking at 4 times the money here in Ethereum. And if you would if you would take my suggestion, I think Ethereum would, next bull run, it would surpass around 9 to 10,000. And because with Ethereum 2.0 coming in, I think you will see a huge rally in Ethereum. So I mean, we're almost looking at about 10x of your money from here within a year and a half to 2. So I mean, do we go all into these things? Of course not. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but again, I don't think it's very sensible to go into these coins all in. But let's say if you put in $10,000 or $7,000 for about next 5 years or 6 years, I mean, just do your math and just try to understand how much would that money be in 5 years, because we'll have 2 bull cycles in that. So we're almost looking at, if something you put in today at, $1,200, which is Ethereum, it might be around 20,000 at the end of next to next bull run. So I mean, try to understand the amounts that, I mean, it's everything in math is risk to reward ratio, right? The higher the risk, the higher the return. But I'm not telling you to go all in, but I'm just trying to show you the stats. I'm just trying to show you the analysis, that what the charts are saying and how these markets react. And I think we've had last 10 years, which is more than enough for us to give us a history of how these coins or how these markets have reacted. Yes, there will be bear markets. Yes, there will be bull market. But this is really the time to buy. This is not the time to shy away and not buy, because at 50,000, I'm sure every one of you must be talking to all your friends about Bitcoin buying, and now nobody's talking about it. So it honestly means that this is the time that we buy into it. And I would completely suggest that you start dollar cost averaging into it. So this is Ethereum. Now let's I really need to rush up, because there are so many coins and I need to talk more on these coins and on certain projects I'm bullish on, and we'll talk more about them. So now we have Tether, we have USD, which is a stable coin, which I mean, it's a stable coin. It does not, stable means something that will not have a lot of volatility. It's pretty much like a stable kind of a currency, like a US dollar kind of a coin. Now then you have BNB. Now, do you think BNB is here to stay or go? I think it's completely here to stay. It's the biggest exchange in the world. So BNB is again a good coin to invest in. But for me right now, it would be Bitcoin or Ethereum. Why? I'll explain you that also. But saying that, BNB is again a good coin to invest in. BUSD again a stable coin. XRP, I'm not an XRP fan, but people who are an XRP fan, they love XRP, and they think that XRP might just go 100x or 200x, but I am not really an XRP fan. So though the underlying technology of XRP is outstanding, it's gonna help a lot of banks. It is a super technology, but not very bullish on it. Cardano, okay. So Cardano is more about hype. It's not really, they've been postponing all their projects, but again, the guy is a super genius, and he might get something on it. But again, I'm not a big fan of Cardano, and I think because Cardano could be good in future. It was 2.46 if I remember the high, and it's 47. So again, it's not something that I would invest in. And then you have Solana. Well, Solana I am bullish on, because I've been using Solana, and I know that NFTs, a lot of these projects are built on Solana. So Solana could be, is a good coin to keep in mind for the future. And the highest for Solana, let's see what it's really gone. I think it's around $250 if I'm not wrong, but I'll still check. 259. So 259 has been the highest. Right now it's at 37. So what we're looking at is almost, 5.5 times to what it is now. Next bull run, I think Solana might just touch around $600, $700 or $800. So, I mean, I'll not be shocked if Solana actually passes $1,000. So it's not going to be surprising for me. But again, all of these things are high risk, high reward ratio, and Solana is good in terms of utility. So I know that this crypto has utility, this has usability kind of a thing. So Solana I'm slightly bullish on, but saying that, I would wait for Solana to come around $20-$25, and then I would be going into Solana. Now comes Dogecoin. Doge, you all know, I mean, I'm sure everyone has heard about Doge, and this is a favorite Elon Musk coin, and it's got utility now. Companies are accepting. So Doge will be good in future, and it's 0.07. Now, the highest that Doge has really gone would be, let's check. It's 0.07. So it's 0.07, and the highest it's gone is 0.7. which almost means that 10 times the price from here, which is, I mean, just imagine, invest today about 2,000 and it's 20,000 in probably a year and a half. I mean, try to imagine the numbers that we're talking about. So these are the times that you should be buying into all these things. I mean, not at when it was at around 0.73. But again, saying that, what usually happens with everyone is everyone will invest right now, but they'll not pull the money out at the peak. And that's where the discipline would come into play, and you should always think about it and, work with discipline. Take your profits out, because these markets will give you profits, will give you every time you invest in a coin. I can assure you it will give you an opportunity to get out. It really depends on you if you are going to get out of it or you don't want to get out of it. It's like a complete fight between your mind and your heart. So I think work with the charts and work with your mind. I mean, don't take emotional decisions. These markets don't like emotional people. So these are not the markets for emotional people. These markets are completely based on charts, and we work completely on probability basis of chart. So emotions really don't, I mean, it's not the charts I'm showing you is analytic. It's genuine practical charting. It's not a hard charting that day. It's not an emotional charting. So I mean, that is how the charts are even made. So that's how the markets would react, and those are the charts everyone sees, and all the whales they would see, and that's how they know that we are at a peak, everyone is investing, and then they'll pull their money out, and the retail eventually is the one who suffers all the losses. So saying that, these are the top 10 coins, and now these are the top 10 coins. But again, should we invest into all these coins? Well, not really, because I think Bitcoin right now might just go down, and for me it would be Bitcoin or Ethereum right now, because you have to realize that till the time Bitcoin does not touch around 40,000, I think there would be so people who've not seen previous bear markets or bull market, there will be a time where all the alts are completely crushed and they don't do anything for about good 4-5 months, like nothing. You'll not find any kind of gains in those coins. So for me, it's more like Bitcoin, Ethereum right now, and this might then increase once Bitcoin crosses 40,000, 50,000. I think that is when you need to start putting in money into all these altcoins. But I would say money in terms of like my percentage of my portfolio would be more in Bitcoin, Ethereum till Bitcoin crosses 40,000, 50,000. And once it crosses that, I would be more exposed to the altcoins. So that is how it should be, because it would be always Bitcoin which will be the first coin which will rise, and alts would take a hit and they would not increase at all for, I mean, good few months. So that time will come, and that is the time that you usually know that those are the bottoms of the market. Everyone puts in money into Bitcoin and Ethereum. So for me, I mean, all the other coins you can probably just allocate about 5-7% of your portfolio, but eventually for me it becomes 80 to 90% Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then slowly when Bitcoin would probably pass 40, 45,000, 50,000, for me it would become like 20 to 30% Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest would be altcoins. So it's everyone has a different way of working in these markets. Please do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I think it would be. Now, this is one sector where you might do 5x or 7x, or some coins you might do 10x easily. So that would happen. I mean, if you're doing Bitcoin is gonna do 3 to 4x from here, all the other coins would do bare minimum about 5 to 10x from here. And I'm talking about the top 10 coins, because the lower cap coins I would not invest at all right now, because you don't know if they're gonna sustain that long or they are gonna be there anymore in the next bull run. Because after Bitcoin crosses, or after Bitcoin crashes to around 14-15,000, a lot of these coins would be lost. So I'm not going to expose right now my finances towards these coins. I'm going to hold my finances for me to invest around 14-15,000, and that also in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or some of these top altcoins. If I get Solana under, say if I get Solana under $17-18, I definitely going in for Solana. Dodge, if I get, it's around 0.06. So let's say if we get another drop of 20-30% or 35% in these altcoins, I would probably allocate some funds to it. But now saying about the altcoins, what I think that the segment I'm bullish on is again metaverse gaming NFTs, and I've been talking about this ever since. And I think a lot of people right now, the NFT market or the metaverse market is around 10 billion. And mark my words, I think it 5 years this would cross easily 1 trillion. Like easily. I'll be highly shocked. I'll be if this does not cross 1 trillion because it's 10 billion right now. So what we're seeing is about 10 times the money within I think a year, 2 year or 3 year itself. And that's the bare minimum I'm saying because I mean 1 trillion would next bull run, which would be 1.5 year from now, you would see 1 trillion happening. And I'll be highly shocked if that does not happen because a lot of people are seeing utility in land. You're gonna have VR, you're gonna have land advertisements, you're gonna have VR, you have gaming, mobiles would have all your gamings. I mean, check out all the mobiles that are there. You're gonna have all the gamings there. Everything is gonna happen. So all of these things eventually will become big, and I don't think big, I would rather say massive, because gaming will be a part of every youngster, every kid playing those games related to crypto. So this will be one of the biggest boom in terms of sector. So I think metaverse is gonna be the biggest. So do look into metaverse, and but does that mean that you start investing right now? I would not invest right now, but I would allocate very few funds to metaverse right now. Again, as I said, because I think Bitcoin, Ethereum would, be the ones taking the, place. But when Bitcoin touches 14,000, 15,000, all of these alts would be crushed. That would be the time I would invest into all these, because I think that right now we're in a relief rally. So I would take it, as a safety measure. I would put it into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Once Bitcoin, if it confirms a breakout to around 40, 45,000, I would go into all the other altcoins. Otherwise, I would wait for the Bitcoin to get, for it to crush and come around 14, 15,000, and there would be huge panic in the market. People would cry. And that is when you would know that this is the bottom, because right now it's still not had that bloodbath, it's still not had that panic. And I always feel that the bottoms are when, everyone's going to be talking about not buying Bitcoin. You would be questioning yourself while putting the money at that time, that is this market here or it's going to zero. When you question yourself that this market is going to zero, is exactly the time that you need to put money into it. So this is a small kind of a secret that I always follow. When your mind tells you, that's how the human mind works. Everyone would think that we're going to zero right now. That's the time to invest, to get into these coins. And that's probably, your mind would tell you that, Bitcoin is going to zero, don't invest. That's your heart gonna tell you. The mind will tell you invest now. So that is the time that I see that the bloodbath would come in, and then I would invest into all these coins. But for now, I would take it as a safety measure and wait for the Bitcoin to do, to break up or break down. So, and then I would invest into all these, projects. So saying that, I've already mentioned that something like Sandbox, decentralized, Decentraland, Mana, all of these things you can buy land into it, and I think it's gonna be very because when I last spoke about buying land, it was at 1.5 ETH. Today it's about 2.15 ETH. So right now I think it's slightly higher in price. I don't think it makes sense right now to get into it now. That was the time when because I told you, in a bear market from 1.5 to 2.15, we've already seen a crazy amount of increase in the land right now. So this might continue further, but I think who've missed the train, they've missed the train. So now would not be the right time to get into the land. Now would be the time to sell it and again wait for the another dip, which would be very soon, I think. So you will get an opportunity very soon to get into it, to get back into it. But plan yourself, prepare yourself into getting into these markets. Now, talking about the gaming. Now, Engine Coin is good for gaming. There's something you should keep your radar on. Engine Coin, now Gala. So I would not invest, except for, Illuvium is a super project as a gaming to invest in. But I would, Illuvium, I would always suggest that you should, guys, it's like a land NFT. Illuvium you should invest into. Illuvium, the prices are, you're still getting those deals because it's not really launched. So you might get, few deals here and there, and that Illuvium would not be a bad idea to invest into land. But Sandbox has already increased, so I would not recommend that. Now, Illuvium you could invest. Now, what is Gala? Gala is like a company that makes all these games. So rather than investing into a game, I would rather invest into a company that makes all these games, because games have a very short lifespan. Because people, it would be hype, people would love the game, and within a year or two, you don't even know where the game is gone. But the revenue that these games take out is within 4 or 5 months. So once that revenue is out and all the investors are out, so after that, these gamings, they lost, because any new game would get new graphics, would get new animation, would get something more, something new to the table. So these games those are old, are completely lost and gone. So I would rather invest into a company that keeps on creating or developing games. So Gala is one company that I would keep my eyes on, which would, they keep, making games, and they are the company behind a lot of games. So I would completely, be on a lookout for Gala, Engine Coin. So Axie Infinity was around, I think, 170, 150, which is around, I think, 14 right now. This, and saying that, Sandbox is like the blue chip. Sandbox is like this, the Bitcoin of gaming. So once the money starts pouring into Sandbox, you have to realize that the entire gaming projects would start taking the hype. So Sandbox is where it will all start. So you have a lookout on Bitcoin. When the price of Bitcoin starts rising, all the other cryptos would start rising. Sandbox starts rising, all the other metaverse would start rising, or the NFT projects would start rising. So 164 was the high for the Axie Infinity, but I'm not a great fan of Axie. I think there would be, people love it. So you could do your own research, but there would be a lot of people that, I think a lot of other games that would be coming that would, surpass Axie Infinity, and it would not, Axie Infinity would probably, I'm not very bullish on. Sandbox, I've already told you. Engine Coin, Chili's, all of these are good coins to have. So Immutable X is again a very good exchange. It's a very good coin to have. So if you get Immutable Exchange on discount, I think this is where I would be very bullish on, because this is one exchange where it would have all the gaming projects. This is like a launch pad. So launch pads would be again big in coming future, and this is going to be a blue chip gaming launch pad. So Immutable X, I'm very, very bullish on, and in a dip, I would definitely buy Immutable X and keep that. Gala, I would buy. So these are certain coins that I would keep my, I would keep, keep looking into them. Whenever I get a dip, which is 14,000, 12,000 Bitcoin, I would get into it. So, these are the coins that I thought I'll discuss, and this is how you should strategize, and this is how you should invest into these markets. And that's all from me. And I hope you're liking the content. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And there would be a lot of bad news right now. It's a bear market. You will hear a lot of negative news because nothing positive is coming out. Fed is going to increase the rates. Everything that is negative would happen right now with the crypto industry. But the point is, you need to keep an eye on the dips of these coins. So so let those news be a positive news for you, so that you get the dip and you buy the dip, and don't miss the dip. So this would be the last chance to get into it. I was the first one at 40,000 when I said that we will come down and we will crash. You can see my videos from 20th April. It's not today. April, May, April end, I told everyone that we are about to get down, and we did crash down. Then, recently I told everyone we will bounce back, and 17, 18,000, 20,000 we were holding. It did seem that we're not really going to go up, but even then I gave my prediction that we are going to go up. That's what the charts are saying. I go by the charts. There's nothing intuitional with me. I see the chart and I see that this looks bullish, and I tell everyone that this is looking bullish to me. So this is not rocket science. It's just basis. We just see the charts and we just tell you about the reality. So it's not a moon boy show again. So this is what it is. Do your own research. Get into these projects. If you get into the dip, this would be the time to get into these projects. So that's all from now. Please take care. Have a nice day. Thank you. Signing off, Gunpreet Singh from the Crypto Singh Show. Bye bye.